Yo, Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to the 250 Gemstones Culture channel. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Pass me around. Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms, and y'all know how I feel about my chiseling. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $Michael US. Also, check out my Spotify podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Stephen A. Jackson is the nigga is hating, right? Nigga is hating. Mike Epps was on the All the Smoke podcast discussing what went down between him and Shannon Sharpe. I got a video of that clip, and it is amazing how much hatred and envy that Stephen Jackson has for Shannon Sharpe. Y'all go ahead and check out this video, and I'm gonna be right back with you.
Starting getting back and forth, but I was glad. Again, just recently, there's headlines between, you had to stand up, you had said some stuff, and obviously Shannon Sharpe in his podcast and Cat Williams and all this, it really made headlines, broke records. You recently got in a man and was telling jokes, how you tell jokes, and it kind of started getting back and forth, but I was glad. I knew it would happen. You and Shannon were able to talk and figure it out, and that happened, I think, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Can you you don't have to tell us what it was about, but just how that came up?
This is Matt Barnes and Mike Epps about to explain. Now, I don't know if they're going to copyright, so I'm only doing the audio, but you guys can check out All the Smoke. After y'all watch this video, don't leave. I need to get my money too. But after y'all watch my video, y'all go over there to All the Smoke. But Matt Barnes is being professional. He's asking Mike Epps the situation between him and Shannon, and already Stephen A. Smith think he a badass. He's squirming with so much envy. This man got so much envy, it's not even funny.
About and where you guys are at now?
Well, we at the end of the day, this is all entertainment. That's what this is. We're not selling drugs. We're not in the underworld. So there's some guidelines and rules to the business that we're in. And, at the end of the day, we got families, we got kids and stuff like that. So sometimes we can get out of line, man. And me personally, I can get out of line a little bit. Sometimes. Well, I said some stuff that I didn't, some stuff I shouldn't have said. Some of the stuff was good. It was funny. Everybody was laughing. But then when I went back and looked at it, I said, yeah, I kind of crossed the line a little bit.
The line.
When you cross the line, you're already there. So I just didn't expect the brother to get so mad about it.
Shannon Sharpe was ready to beat some ass, ready to beat Mike Epps ass. But Mike Epps about to explain why though.
And then, like I said on the podcast, I said a lot of people have been talking about it. I seen it on Saturday Night Live. I seen a lot of Corey Holcomb, different ones. I just was wondering why. You know what I mean?
You got singled out.
And then he told me, he was like, you know what, Mike? I'm gonna be honest with you. It was because it was you. He said, because guess what?
I fuck with you.
These people out here, they'll damn near do what you tell them to do. So when he said that, I said, damn, you right, man. I didn't look at it that way at first. And it just brought some light to me, man. And, I felt bad about it. And I wanted to meet up with him and personally look him in the face and tell him that I was sorry. Because I've been messing with people and talking about them since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, I hold my breath when I was a kid and say, I'm about to do it. And I'll talk about the bully. I'll talk about the dude that shoot everybody and all that and say something to him that don't nobody say, man, look at them shoes and blah, and everybody be laughing and he be looking like, I'm finna kill you. So that's my thing. That's what I do. I crack jokes.
Right.
On anybody.
Fair, you're right.
Not Stephen A. Smith. Stephen Jackson, he's still in his feeling. Now he rose up from the seat. He want to say something.
On myself.
Watch.
You gotta be able to laugh at yourself.
If I go on camera, if I'm doing stuff, that's what I told him too.
But if they jokes, why you gotta apologize if they jokes?
Well, I mean, you know, like I said, man, it wasn't Shucky Ducky telling the joke. It was Mike Epps It was Mike Epps that got 5-season sitcom on Netflix. It was Mike Epps that got a movie out with Snoop right now. And it was Mike Epps that got a special coming out on Netflix. It's Mike Epps that been in the business for 30 years. It's Mike Epps that, you know.
Name hold weight. Your name holds some weight.
Yeah, so you know, it was Mercedes Benz versus Hyundai. You know what I mean? Mercedes Benz said something about me. I got to say something about what he said. You know, that's what happened, man. So we shook hands, we made cool. And one thing I wanted to show these kids.
That's another way to do it.
I wanted to show these kids that guess what? No matter how I felt about him and how he felt about me, that guess what? This don't have to end in violence. And I'm not about to prove myself to nobody and mess what I worked so hard for to show somebody I'm a real nigga.
Real nigga.
Nobody's too big to be talked about, though. You did the right thing, but everybody can be talked about.
I not talk about everybody.
Yeah,
I have talked about everybody.
Y'all heard that?
I'm serious.
He said he wouldn't apologize. That's Steven Jackson over there hating. Let's see.
Nobody's too big to be talked about, though. You did the right thing, but everybody can be talked about.
I not talk about everybody.
Yeah,
I have talked about everybody. I'm serious. I mean, I talked about Shaq straight in his face. I done called him Shrek and all kinds. He just be laughing. I'm thinking that he gonna laugh too.
You only get mad like that when there's some truth to it, dog. That's just how I feel.
Speaking of, I'm glad you guys got to talk and clear your piece up. But
so he couldn't hold it in. Steven Jackson couldn't hold the hate in. He said, well, the only reason why Shannon Sharpe, because Mike Epps called Shannon Sharpe a crossdresser. He looked like Madea. He made a Madea joke. And Stephen A. Smith said, well, the only reason why Shannon is mad because there may be some truth to it. Damn.
Show on HGTV with your wife, buying back the...
Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 Gemstones culture commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. Cause the haters gonna hate. Isn't that what Taylor Swift said? Shake them off. You know what? I love this song. I love that song. Cause the haters gonna hate. Shake them off. Shannon's gonna have to just shake off Steven Jackson. Go ahead and shake him off because now you're questioning the man's sexuality. I mean, how you feel about the man is how you feel about the man. And one thing about haters, if they hate something, they want everybody to hate it. That's what women do. Men don't really, you know what I mean? Nah, men do that too. I think that's human nature. Because, in other words, like if a girl doesn't like her baby daddy, she don't want nobody to like him. She don't want nobody to like him. And if you like him, she feels that you betraying her because she's all in her feelings. And that's exactly what's going on with Steven Jackson. This grown man is all in his feelings about another grown man. And here's the thing. They all millionaires. They all getting money. They are all getting the bags. What are y'all beefing about? Steven Jackson said that the reason why Shannon Sharpe was angry because there is some truth to it, calling Shannon Sharpe a rainbow man. That's right. Steven Jackson said that Shannon is angry at all these accusations because there's some truth to it. He's trying to hide it. Shannon Sharpe is a rainbow man. He's a rainbow man, and Shannon don't want it to get out because it will ruin his empire. Steven Jackson went on to say he wouldn't apologize either. Nobody is above being joked about. So in Steven Jackson's mind, if a man gets offended about a joke, there's something wrong with him. He should just play along like everybody else. Well, here's the thing, Steven Jackson, not everybody playing. Not everybody's playing. Okay, so can I joke about your mama? Mama ain't doing too good. She's on her last limb. I don't know that. I'm just joking. I mean, you want to take it like that? I don't care about her little nappy-headed self. She only got 3 teeth. Now, why is your mama ordering a steak and she only got 3 teeth? Oh, wait. It was all fun and games until we talked about your mama. But see, he just said that everybody can be talked about. In other words, anything goes. Nobody's above it. But he really doesn't mean that. He really meant that only Shannon is not above it because Shannon is hiding something. He feels Shannon should get exposed. And him being a real nigga, he feel like this nigga still, Steven Jackson still trying to be a real nigga at 45 years old. 46, Dan is pushing 50. I think he's gonna be 46 this year. 46. He'll be 50 in 4 years. Wow, brother. Wow. A lot of the problems in our black community is the attitude like Steven Jackson. Like, that's why I tell you, every time I walk out the door, like, man, I mean, if y'all remember all the songs, y'all remember all the podcasts, y'all remember all the wonderful, inspirational videos I've given to y'all, that's cool. Y'all still want to watch me when I'm dead and gone. That's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, it's all about me and my relationship with God, because I know when I walk outside these doors, it's a jungle. You got to risk going to jail. You have to risk stupid people, especially if you're winning. See, I'm winning. There's no way either you're winning or you're losing. There is no in between. They tell a lot of people in the world that there's an in between. You should strive for that in between because you can't really get up there. Now, not everybody's gonna be a billionaire. Everybody's gonna be a multi-millionaire. I'm talking about 500 million up, 300 million and up. Can a nigga at least get $1 million? It's gonna cost the average American $1 million to get through life. House, home, car, probably 1.5, maybe 2 million. Got to get the money. Have to get the money. So as you're getting your money, as you, like Boosie say, hypnotized with hatred. Steven Jackson is hypnotized with hatred. This goes on our youngsters. I seen this when I was little. So so this is why I put in my brain, I don't play about my money because I came up with the plan. I just don't play. Dudes getting robbed, dudes are just beefing over stupid stuff. How did you, if you feel the man's that way, he's that way. But when somebody begins to harp on it and continues to attack, the person that is attacking, what he don't realize, eventually that other person, if he's not a punk, eventually that person's gonna retaliate. There's a lot of retaliation in our communities, and that's why so many of the youngsters, even grown men, get knocked off. That's why so many people get knocked off because of energy like Steven Jackson. Why do you care where Shannon Sharpe put his stuff? So it's not so much about Shannon Sharpe putting his stuff. This is just a thing that Steven Jackson is using to tear down Shannon Sharpe, and he can't believe that he's not being torn down, even with this information being out there. Steven Jackson can't believe that people are not buying into it. This is one nigga that's hating, in my opinion. This do you, bro. You got a good podcast. Handle your business. If the man's getting after Shannon's constantly attacking you, that's different. If you defending yourself and you clapping back at Shannon, but to my understanding, I don't ever hear Shannon ever talk about Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. I don't know. But in his mind, Steven Jackson is the toughest nigga. And what I learned about tough niggas or tough men, I'm tough, but there's two type of tough. There's a tough to where you a bully and you're just an agitator. Those type of dudes get knocked up because you're annoying. Most tough guys that think they tough, they think they're just the baddest thing walking. They get knocked up because they're annoying. I'm a type of tough to where I set goals and I achieve those goals because I know achieving those goals is going to be hard. So being tough is being disciplined. Being tough is saying no to the things that's going to distract you. Being tough is perseverance. No matter how hard it gets, you're going to see it through. That's tough. I have a goal to get a house. I have a goal to get my finances together. I have a goal to marry this girl. I have a goal to be a father. It's hard being a father. It's hard being a husband. It's hard being a successful man. It's hard loving God sometimes because most of us are trash. Oh man, I should have prayed today. That's tough. That's handling your business. That's tough. And then spreading out to the world, pushing your agenda, pushing your philosophy on the world that's going to help the world, pushing the momentum to uplift people, bring people out of their slumber. That's what God did for me and those who follow God, Christ, the Bible, and the Spirit. That's what he gave to us to bring us out this world, because this world's going to fade. That's why I said wherever go, especially you men, because you are the leaders and providers of God's daughters. You are the leader and providers of God's daughters. Prepare to die and prepare to live. See, a lot of men ain't afraid to die, but a lot of men are afraid to live. A lot of men are afraid to live. And part of living is standing on business. Part of living is embracing death. You have to embrace death, because there's going to be a man out there that's going to try to take your woman, try to take your empire, the disrespect. And that's what I mean by I say, when you walk out that door, you got to prepare for the disrespect. You got to prepare for the foolishness. Also, you got to prepare for the good things too. Y'all flood my comments. Do y'all think Steven Jackson was out of bounds? And what do y'all think about Mike Epps patching things up with Shannon Sharpe? 250 capital G. I'm gone.